EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this 1st quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. After the interception, here's Jackson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
No good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll run for it. Chubb going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now Jackson on 1st down. And connecting here with DJ Shark.
Jackson's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Jackson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended receiver there was Donald Parham, but it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Browns 6, Jaguars 0. Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brought down at the 40.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's good.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mecole Hardman, 40 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. So when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Browns 13. Jaguars 10.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. On the carry, it's Chubb. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
Taken down at the 40.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
It's 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
10 at their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to
touchdown, Jaguars.
Pass complete.
A big play there. 63 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
At the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Chubb. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be set. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Browns are back in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Browns 20, Jaguars 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout taken.
To number 80.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They run. Chubb. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
At the 39-yard.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Watson steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
And again, it's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Chubb. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll run with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Jaguars.
To throw again is Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
To number 84.
From 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Browns, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on